Welcome to From Loneliness to Overflow with Matina. I'm your host, a holistic healing coach, divorce recovery coach, and a passionate advocate for personal growth and your guide on the journey to healing. This podcast is for those who are struggling with the feelings of loneliness, disconnection, feeling stuck, and who are ready to discover their inner potential and live a life overflowing with love and connection. Inside, we are going to explore the path from pain to transformation, bridging the gap between loneliness and abundance through heartfelt conversations, spirituality, energy work, and self-awareness. So let's get started on this soulful journey together. Welcome to another episode from Loneliness to Overflow with Matina. Today we're going to talk about the need for control. We all have the need for control in some capacity. But how do you deal with it? Now, let me take you to various times in my life where I felt I had to have the need of control. I found the need of control when I was growing up because a lot of the factors were not in my hand. So the little control that I had, I was holding on to it as if my life depended on it. And then when I got into my marriage, I was holding on to the paradigm, what I thought a perfect family would be. And the thoughts of what that would look like truly came from my upbringing, truly came from the environment I grew up in, the paradigms, the narratives that I was fed and believed in. So I was controlling a paradigm of what my marriage should look like. It needs to have this and this and this, and only then can I show the world how of a happy home I have. Then moving forward, when I went through my divorce and I had my children with me, it became a control for my children. I need to have the control to raise them well, be good human beings, and be on their path of growth. Until one day, I had to question, why do I need the sense of control? Why do I want to control the paradigm? Because the truth is, the narratives that my mind, my limited, beautiful mind can create is not all possibilities. It's not all opportunities. The way that my brain is wired right now is absolutely based on the way that I grew up and the way that I was raised and the environment that I grew up in. But it isn't the world. It isn't full of infinite opportunities and possibilities. So why do I seek control? Control comes from the sense of belonging, the sense of safety. And the sense of safety with control, it tells us, okay, we have control over this. We can tell you exactly what the outcome is going to be and how it's going to work out and all of it because we know it. We're so proud of knowing it. I know I was so proud of knowing it all. Now I look back and I'm like, gosh, I never knew. I never knew what I could control. I never knew that control was that important for me because what I was taught and what I had adapted into and what I truly believed in is that I need to control so that I am seen and valued, so that I am belonging in a paradigm of a family, of a unit that makes me feel less alone. The need of control also comes in play when we want a certain outcome. And that is the only outcome we're looking for. And everything else should not and cannot exist. Now I understand that what my mind can come up with, while I feel and know it could be brilliant, I also need to let go. I also need to surrender. I also need to be in this free flow that things can shift in a heartbeat, that things can really work in miraculous ways to serve me, to be a part of me, to show me that when I am not pulling and controlling and putting everything very tightly in my fist, and I am letting go, holding it gently. And with my day-to-day life, I'm holding this vision, I'm holding this idea, I'm holding this thought, but I'm not holding it tightly anymore. And because my hand is not tightened up, it's loose, and it can hold the idea, it can hold the thought, it can hold the paradigm. It allows many other ways and opportunities to come to me. It allows me to see and recognize how powerful, beautiful my own magic is. So the control part is not external. The control part really, truly is internal. How can I control my thoughts? How can I control what I believe should be the outcome? As I'm saying that, your mind straight goes, but hold on, Matina, you just told me not to focus on external outcomes. And now you're saying external outcome. Well, let me explain. When we have an idea and we want a certain outcome, and we're only focusing on that outcome, and we are limiting ourselves towards that specific outcome, because it's not only the outcome that you are limiting yourself on, it's also the path towards this outcome that you're limiting yourself on. So as you are focused on this specific outcome, and this is the pathway, this is the only way it can get there, it's really you holding your fist very tightly towards this specific way and this specific outcome. What I mean by letting go of that grip, opening your hand, allowing this idea to linger above your hand, above your mind, and be like, okay, this is my idea. This is the wanted outcome. And there are millions of ways how we can make this happen. And I'm going to open myself up towards these millions of ways. And I'm going to believe that that outcome is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. There's no two ways about it. But because I don't have this idea and the path towards this idea completely tightened up in my hand, and I'm allowing it to flow, I'm allowing more magic to come in, I'm allowing my intention to lead me. Before we dive back in, I have something transformative to share with you. It's called the Alignment Collective. Release, Rebuild, and Rise. My signature group coaching program designed to help you unlock the life you deserve. Every month, we focus on a key area of life, from health to relationships, career, and more. In the first 2 weeks, we energetically release what's holding you back. Then we shift into calling in the abundance and clarity that you desire. And in the final week, we come together for a powerful group coaching, sharing our wins, our challenges, and raising the collective energy. Are you ready to release what doesn't serve you, rebuild your foundation, and rise into your potential? Try it for 50% off with discount code GROWTH. Visit matinasingh.com/meditation. The link is also found in the description. I can't wait to support you on this journey. I'm also opening myself up for many beautiful, magical experiences. And that is the power. That is truly what gives you the courage, the charisma, the beautiful new ideas that pop up, the connections that pop up, the coincidences that start happening. That is the true power. That allows you to go further. Because the control part is not as to, I'm going to have this outcome through this pathway and with this person and that person and this location. It's more like, okay, we're opening it up. We're allowing the flow in. The intention is this. The outcome we desire is that. And now let's work towards it. A prime example here is my beautiful friend, Dr. Helen Lee, and I were going to create a beautiful life experience. And it was going to be an event nearby to Markham, and it's going to allow people to truly get closer to the knowledge that they hold inside of themselves and open up the doors of possibilities in ways that they have not seen yet. So this idea just came as we were talking about something, and as we said, okay, yes, this feels really good. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's just create this event. Let's make it happen. Our intention was to help women unlock a part of themselves that they have pushed aside because they are so living their life from the creation of masculine, the creation of this must happen. I'm going to showcase to the world how good I am, towards I already know how good I am. I'm going to be now. I'm going to be now. And when you merge the beingness with the doingness, the masculine with the feminine, it becomes a beautiful synergy. And that synergy creates magic. And that synergy is what you hear so much about, which is manifesting. Now, when you stop, when you really are sitting there and feeling into your own magic, that was the intention of this event. And we know for a fact, and has been proven scientifically, is when you put a group of women with the same intention together, it is going to be amplified times 100. So we can do a lot of good, and we can create a lot of open doors for ourselves in a very short period of time. So we decided upon the event, we set the intention, the outcome was to help women. Now we thought we had a location booked. We go to this location and we said we have an appointment and we are here to understand what the room is going to look like and all of those things. And they're like, no, your appointment is not here. I'm like, we're looking at each other. I'm like, we really booked something. So what do you mean we don't have an appointment? So we get talking. And from there, we are led to the actual place that we had booked. And we both are like just perplexed because we had consciously not chosen this spot, but this spot chose us. So we get to this winery, beautiful location, and the energy was palpable. The energy was exactly what we needed for this event. And we're like, of course we are divinely guided towards this. Of course our humanness and our human mind and the logic that we put and chose the other spot for was not the right spot for the intention that we had set. So we were led to this beautiful space. From here, we kept going. We moved. We were putting a lot of things into motion and action until we heard a very unforeseen, difficult situation that arose and that made us postpone the event. I'm not saying cancel, I said postponed. What we learned from this is that our intention is very powerful. Our outcome is very powerful. But what happens externally is going to influence and it's going to bring either a halt or a pull and a push of putting this event bigger and better. I know for a fact that when we are both ready for this, we are going to create magic. This showcased how we both were not in control of this event. The only thing we controlled was the intention. And the intention is so pure that it still is going to manifest. It's still going to happen. It's still going to be realized in this world. But we don't need to have control over it. We don't need to hold on to it. We don't need to reminisce about it and like, why did this happen this way or that? Like, no, we are choosing to trust. We are choosing to trust that when the time is right, that we will be on that stage. We will be at a specific location and we're going to showcase to women how powerful they are. So when you let go of control and you only control your intention, you only control what the ideal outcome is, but not how you get there. You're allowing space for magic to come in. You're also allowing yourself to not feel disappointed when something doesn't go your way because you know it's going to still happen in a slightly different way or a slightly different time frame. It's still going to happen. Having a clear intention, understanding that letting go the need for control is going to serve you, allows your body to understand a new language. It is you teaching yourself a new language because our natural habit is to control things. Our natural habit is to understand when and where and how and whom and all of those things, which are all logical. There is a higher intensity. There's a higher knowledge. There's a higher vibration in and around you that wants to help you. When we are so bogged down with a sense of control, we're not allowing that knowledge in. When you open yourself up, you try to learn and teach yourself a new language of how you can do better and how life is not about control, but life is about experience. And now you teaching yourself this dance. You get to ask yourself, am I the one that really want to control the paradigm, or am I the one that's holding an intention? I invite you to think about holding an intention versus holding the outcome, the magic, the knowledge, the know-how, the specific vibration that you carry as a human being is going to be showcased. And because it's going to be showcased, you're going to learn so much more. You're going to create so much more. You're going to welcome so much more. And that is the power of teaching yourself a different way, of understanding when you get to hold that beautiful intention, the beautiful idea, the beautiful thought. And when you are training yourself to only control your own mind, your own thought patterns, and question and work through them with ease, with love, with grace, you're going to see different outcomes. You're going to see and be surprised with how easy something went, because you thought it's not going to be that easy. But what if you just take a chance and believe it is going to be that? What if you take a chance and just believe that it's going to manifest in ways that you cannot imagine, and open yourself up for that? I consciously choose to open myself up for the magic, for the knowledge, for the outcomes that my heart desires, but my mind has not caught up on. I choose to open myself up to all the doors of opportunities, to all the grace and ease of life, to all the love I desire. These are just 2 affirmations. Create an affirmation that is so clear that you're telling the universe that you're opening yourself up to its magic, that you want to learn more, that you want to grow more, that you want to understand yourself at the deepest parts of you, because the true magic lies inside of you. And on that note, I'm going to end today's episode, because you, truly you, are the real magic. Have fun exploring you. Thank you for listening. I hope this episode has helped you to feel less alone in finding tools towards a life which is overflowing with love and purpose. If you enjoyed the episode, please take a second to rate and review. Each review helps us to reach more individuals who are seeking healing and personal growth just like you. And don't forget to take a screenshot and share your aha moments on your Instagram stories and tag me, Singh Matina. See you next week. Take care.